Well, looks like we got an AEW talent slash Mark cries about Jim Ross's criticism for the talents on AEW. And this was never talked about for a long time. I haven't talked about Jim Ross in a minute. So the fact that this kind of popped out of nowhere, it really goes to show you that today's talent who do not take criticism from an experienced announcer or wrestler, they automatically will continue to not do so great and not learn from the best. AEW star responds to Jim Ross's criticism while promoting upcoming AEW Dynamite match. This is one of those moments where I have to reflect on how AEW started to where it is now. Brandon Cutler sent out a tweet today to promote Wednesday's 14-man tag match. Man, what is it with these tag matches on AEW? Now I'm starting to see what Jim Ross was talking about. The Inner Circle, Chris Jericho, MJF, Sammy Guevara, Ortiz, Santana, Jack Hager, and Wardlow will face Best Friends, Top Flight, Varsity, Blondes, and Cutler on Wednesday night. So this is what he meant about criticizing the talent of having too many tag matches on an opening night show. Cutler tweeted the following the Wednesday's night on AEW Dynamite 7 vs. 7, which is dumb. I know that WWE done it before, but it's just too many. It's just too much. We're gonna go outside, Cutler up like coils, stand there in a huddle, friends and foes together, side by side to catch some leaping idiot going over the top rope. So this is what he was making fun of Jim Ross's criticism on Twitter. And what he failed to realize is that Jim Ross is actually an experienced commentator. He's been in the game for a long time, so he knows what he's talking about. And for Cutler to make fun of his response, it really lets me know that he doesn't understand the business well, and B, he doesn't take criticism well. Like, in order to improve your wrestling abilities, you're gonna have to take criticism in order to learn from your mistakes. Cutler is referring what Jim Ross said on his podcast about wrestlers talking about the evolution of pro wrestling and not protecting finishers like the DDT or the super kick. Now, the super kicks, I don't care about them that much, because back then when Shawn Michaels used to do it, it was the sweet chin music. That was the ultimate finisher. But as time went on and years went by, it quickly became more boring and just stale, out of place. They used to be finishers. Now there's just moves now, and I really don't like I don't like what they're doing nowadays. And I guess, I kind of understand where Jim Ross is coming from. Here's what Ross says. That evolution of the business is, he swore on that one. Yes, that should be protected. The DDT is a finish. The super kick is just a part of the flow of the match now. Nobody wins with it. What does that say to you? Does that say guys back in the day were more proficient delivering a DDT or a super kick that in this generation where things are evolving? I want some proof of that. I want somebody to prove to me that the changing of the wrestling business is what it is today, and it's making a difference. I say no. I told a kid the other day at AEW that everybody does the same effing spot. All you guys do go out, well, all you guys go outside, you color up like color oils, you stand there in a huddle, friends and foes together side by side, so you can catch some leaping idiot going over the top who never wins with this move. They are looking for a holy S chant. They love to hear this is awesome. It's a spot, folks. It's a traps act. I don't buy into that. The DDT is a great finish and it should be used as such. So this is what he says. And this is what he actually tweeted out. This is what it looks on Twitter. Here's my thoughts on this. I agree with Jim Ross on this 100% because here's the thing. 95% of the matches on All Elite Wrestling are nothing but tag matches. If you take the Young Bucks, for example, it's like watching a circus show. Flips and tricks instead of wrestling. I was never a fan of indie wrestling. They're known for doing a whole lot of flips and stuff. And if you keep doing that stuff, it gets really boring and it gets stale. Unless you be creative and try to create something new, I think that'll get fans' attention. But if you keep doing the same stuff, I'm not so sure how the old and new generations are gonna feel each week when they watch the same stuff. You know, and the fact that in AEW is making fun of Ross's criticism, like I said before, he's not taking the criticism well, and I don't think he understands the wrestling business, especially using the DDT and the super kicks. They used to be great finishers, now all of a sudden they just turn into moves, and it's just useless and it's stupid and I can't stand it. Just like how I am with Jim Ross on this one, they need to have better talent on AEW, much like how they need to have better talents in the WWE. And the Young Bucks, they're really boring to watch, and when I first saw them, I knew something wasn't right with them. I just didn't like their performances. So yeah, tell me what are you guys' thoughts in the chat below. Do you agree with Jim Ross's criticism? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will catch you guys later.